Well, this did not go over so well. Oh, fucking A.
I'm sorry to laugh. This is
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm cringing.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Stand up, girl.
Not break the microphone.
Hey, what's up? I'm MJ.
And I'm Bree.
And we're just a couple of Vegas girls.
Living the not so Vegas life.
Yeah, but we're not regular Vegas girls.
We're cool Vegas girls. Kinda.
And this is the Keeping It Casual podcast.
Where we talk about everything and nothing all at once. Let's do it.
I like when you sang it out.
Oh, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I love that stupid movie. Where it's at. I got
There
2 turntables and a microphone. Beck is coming, and I want to go so bad.
What? Beck is coming?
Beck with Cage the Elephant and somebody else.
Here?
Yes.
Where?
Park.
Yes.
I'll make sure we get tickets.
That sounds funky and fun and fresh.
All right, we ready?
I saw it back at Brooklyn Bowl. Yeah. And
Dude,
I went so 90s that night. You couldn't help but 90s so hard.
I've never seen Beck. I would love to see Beck.
Yeah, we're doing it.
We're doing it. Yes.
It's done.
I'm going to make sure that we get tickets.
It's already sold out.
It is. Just like our live show is not sold out yet, so pick up your tickets.
Oh, yes. It's Saturday.
April 27th.
Yeah, Saturday, April 27th. Get them now, keepingitcasualpodcast.com.
Yes.
It is lovely to see you because I've missed you.
Yes. We got into some shenanigans over the weekend, though.
I know. That was fun.
That was
I
fun.
needed that.
I did too. I loved that hotel room.
It was so cool. The pictures were like, you walk in, it's just the whole
Maryland,
wall
yeah.
is old Hollywood.
It was old Hollywood. The shower was fucking amazing.
It was. I said, bam.
With the exception of the fact that I had to wash my hair 2 days in a row. I was very upset about that.
Then she comes out and she gives me the saddest face. She's like, there's no conditioner.
I wasn't planning on washing my hair, so I didn't bring shampoo and conditioner. You know how it is. Like, second day hair, you good.
Yeah, absolutely.
But like always, like the hotel.
Second day hair is like best.
Yeah, but the hotel said like we give you shampoo and conditioner and body wash, and I was like, okay, cool. Well, they had it in fucking dispensers in the shower, and I went to go get conditioner, and I was like, there's no conditioner.
I know.
And you can't not condition your extensions.
No, you're lucky. The lady at the front desk, I looked at her and I said, there's no conditioner. She kind of sighed, like she didn't want to do it. She's like, oh fuck. she strolled to like 3 different rooms and came out empty-handed and finally like pulled her stash out like under her computer desk.
Why
It was
wouldn't
like,
she have just
here?
fucking went to the stash in the first place?
I
That's
think
what I
they
would
live
have done.
there. I think maybe some of the managers like live on the property, so that was
Oh,
probably her
maybe.
conditioner stash. She has some longest hair. I stood there with my hands on my hip. I was like, girl, you know how it is. There's no conditioner up there. You got long hair. Like, don't even give it to me. Give me that shit.
And then I didn't know how to put it into the dispenser, so I had to like milk it like a cow. I wish I took pictures of this. I really did. Why did I think of that? Honestly, if you go to our highlights, you see our whole LA trip, and we got into some shenanigans. But before we went to LA, I did 2 back-to-back LA trips, but MJ also taught a lap dance class.
Oh yeah, that was so fun. That was it was fun to do something that I just, I play at home on my own every once in a while, but to, during workouts, but it was nice to go out and like teach again because I haven't done that in years.
I
did that forever.
felt like you got your mojo back. Like when we
did.
were driving to LA, you were like woohoo, and you put on the lap dance playlist. We made it collaborative, right?
Oh yeah, we did.
Keeping it casual
all the
lap
jams.
dance playlist.
It was hot. Like once I flipped on that mode, I turned it on. It was so fun. But it was a workshop at this really incredible weekend by my girl Lauren. Shout out Lauren.
What up, girl?
It was called Badass and Beautiful. So
I
just
love it.
being around this energy with these women and just very inspired. They're all want to like do self-improvement and just like just all like really like career women, single moms, like everything. So it was really cool. So it's good to be reminded that when you have passion for other things, you get stuck on something for a while and you're like, oh, this is it for me, and then something's like, nope. Maybe something else.
I went to LA.
Shake it up.
I went to LA the weekend before we went to LA. Found out I'm going to be a great aunt. Yes, my 19-year-old nephew got his girlfriend pregnant, so
Aw.
that's happening.
Well, babies, yeah.
Yeah, babies having babies. I mean, I don't really have an opinion except for the fact that I'm 31 and I get to be a great aunt.
I have a lot of friends that had kids about that age, and they're like a lot of fun.
Well, you know what? You're my technically they're my cousin's kids, but because I'm older, they always called me auntie. So I just call him my nephew. So my cousin, she's the same age as you, and she's about to be a grandma. So.
Oh, that's a
that's
when you look at it like that, it's like, damn.
Yeah, you're like, great auntie at 31, no big deal. And then I like pointed out to you, and you're like, no, that ain't cool.
Damn, you're about to be I'm a hot grandma. Oh my gosh,
Jessica will be a very
Used to
hot
just
grandma.
yeah. Well, that's awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah, congrats,
it.
congrats to the fam.
New babes coming.
And then we went to LA and we got into
Oh,
shenanigans. I don't think your husband's gonna let us road trip by ourselves
I
anymore.
ran out of gas like to the inch, like to where someone just had to push us in neutral into the parking lot.
Yes.
No, into the parking spot.
Yes, yes.
Like, that was the spot. Like
We were in the parking lot and we died.
I was like, oh yeah. Anyways, we already talked about that.
We talked about that in the Chris Kim episode. Also,
Shame.
let's shout out to Michelle because she gave us that Starbucks gift card, so she fueled our caffeine for the
Oh
trip.
yes, you did, and it helped. We sang like we
Yeah.
were on it. It was
We were on it.
we sang through a blizzard, like a
It
hailstorm.
fucking snowed while we
Oh.
were driving there. We were up in the mountains
That
in the
was
middle
scary.
of the fucking desert, and it
Okay.
started snowing.
And then for a minute, because I drove Chris's big ass truck,
Yeah.
my lights come on automatically. I'm like, fuck, I think the lights are like, I'm just not safe, like out on my own sometimes. It's just like, what?
Yeah, we didn't. I look and I was like, "Are your lights on?" And she's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Oh, okay." I
Oh,
was like, "They
man.
need to." I was like thinking, like, you need to buff that out or something.
God,
The
yeah.
lights were not on, and then you turned them on. And you were like, "Are you sure these aren't the brights?" And I was like, "No, we're in a big ass truck. They look bright."
we survived.
We did survive. I don't know how we did,
Yeah.
but you know what? We had a radio family reunion.
Oh yes.
Shout out to Funk
my
and the
gosh.
other Michelle. We have multiple Michelles in our lives.
Yes. Michelle P.
Michelle P and Michelle B.
It was so great.
Yes.
Then we met up with Faces and Aces, Mr. Chris Kim. Your paper almost blew into the fire. That was a great catch. Oh no.
My reflexes are swift.
That was good.
Yeah, so we met up with Chris Kim and we went and
Yes.
saw My Worst Date podcast live.
The girls were so fun.
They
we got
were.
to support their first show,
And they're going to be on next week.
next week's episode. They're
Yes.
really funny. So
They are.
They got some stories, and it's just
They
you
do.
can't help but laugh. So
They do.
yeah, I'm looking forward to that episode.
I am too. You guys should look forward to it too. So yeah, our friend Funk, he comes in and he's like straight stunting.
Stunting in this hoodie.
Yeah,
his
he's
zip
like
up hoodie.
he's stunting. He's like,
shoulders. Walking
Yeah.
with the shoulders first.
And okay,
Comes in,
mind you, I haven't seen
ladies.
Funk in like maybe 10 years. So I run and I give him a big hug and I'm like, I love you so much.
We all used to work together at the
Yeah.
radio station.
And he was one of my mentors, but like he's flossing his little hoodie, and then Michelle P goes, "Oh, you finally got it back." And MJ and I look at each other like, "The fuck?"
Yeah, then he breaks it down. Funk was also my roomie in LA.
Yeah.
So basically he went on this game show or no, it was like
Some
a reality
girl,
show.
like his ex-girlfriend was keeping his shit. We have to
Yeah.
preface with that. His
Okay.
ex-girlfriend was keeping his shit.
She was like, it was like stuff like record and like, a
The
couple
hoodies
a
and
couple of little things
Yeah.
that meant a lot to him to get him back. He was just like, and
He's
this
right.
girl kind of did him dirty.
so he tried out for a reality show that's like all about getting your shit back.
yeah. So he's like, they didn't hire me on the show.
But it's because she said no.
And then it was like 3 days later, he's like, I found my hoodie and I forgot what record.
Like it was an autographed record.
Yeah.
On his fucking porch in the middle of a rainstorm.
And
what
it rained.
a bitch.
Yes, that was cool. Well, she was like, wow, the producers of a reality show have called me and said, like, your ex wants his shit back. So will you be on the show with him? She's like, fuck no. And then she gathered his shit and oh man, it's just we had a good laugh.
We did. You know what was really funny? Michelle P and I were just talking, and she didn't know anything about my ex-boyfriend or anything, and she just looks at me and she goes, "Do you do stand-up comedy?"
know,
and I was
I
like,
know.
"No."
She's telling stories. They're a great storyteller.
You're a great storyteller and you have a nice voice. And I was like, "But I'm not funny." And she was like, "Oh, you're funny." She's like, "Get 5 minutes together."
Oh.
And then when we went to the karaoke bar, we'll get into karaoke later.
This was Brie was a little shining star in LA this weekend.
I was fucking drunk is what I was. But I started telling her how my ex is a stand-up comedian and everything, and she goes, get 5 minutes together. I'd put you on for 5 minutes and then get 10 minutes together. She goes, and then get on his fucking show and blow him out of the water with how much more funny you are than he is. And I was like, And then so I was talking to Michelle B, Michelle B, who bought our, who created our logo and bought our Starbucks for us. I was talking to her about it, and she goes, I would have never thought that for you, but I picture it perfectly. You in like tight black jeans and glitter heels up on stage with your flawless makeup. She's like telling all these jokes where all these sloppy men comics try and like.
I love it. It's already done. It's already sold out.
It's sold out.
Brie will do 5 minutes of stand-up before the end of 2019.
Oh God! Wouldn't it be funny though if I like was like
Let's do it downtown and we'll put like a violin case out and people can.
if I was like, hey ex-boyfriend, guess what? I'm a comedian now, so give me stage time.
You think he would? You probably have to.
He would.
Yeah.
He would.
Yeah.
He's mad at me right
like,
now.
Let's see this. What do you mean? Why do we care if ex-boyfriend's mad at you? Why are we even still having drama? What's happened?
I deleted his number from my phone and I deleted all our text messages and stuff.
Yeah, you just don't want any.
Yeah, I didn't want any part of that. But then I remembered he had videos of us that needed to not be on his phone. So I had to message him on Instagram. I had to slide into his DMs.
It's just slid into, it's all impersonal now. It's like, yo.
Yeah, so I slid into his DMs and I was like, so I deleted your number because I'm trying to move on, but you need to delete those videos of us together. You don't need those anymore. You break up with me, you know, you have a new girl. Throw the ex-girlfriend's video files in the trash, right? Right? No, he still had them on his phone because he like replied back, just deleted them. And I was like, okay, I know I have no way of knowing if this is true, but I'm going to believe you because you owe me. And then he was like, you seeing anybody? Or, you know, he said, are you talking to anybody right now?
That feels.
And you know what I said?
Feels.
You have a girlfriend. And you don't need to worry about mistakes I might be making right now. And he said, she's not my girlfriend. And you know what? In his mind, that's not his girlfriend. That poor girl. Oh, God. She's going to get her heart broken. But I don't give a fuck. I don't fuck with you. You little stupid ass bitch. I ain't fucking with you.
You know how when you just broke up with somebody, you're like, fuck you, motherfucker, fuck you. Yeah, get it out, girl.
So yeah, and then he got mad at me and was like, he found out I was talking to some people. One person he knew in particular, and I was like, well, if he asks you about me, you better only say nice things.
Oh, he'd know about.
Yeah.
But
anyway, I digress. Then something good happened to him, and he messaged me about it because it was something that he was working on prior to our breakup. And I said, hey, congrats. And then he said something like, big thing is happening. He's losing one of his shows. And then I was like, so what are they doing with the other one? Are they just like getting rid of it because they're gonna have two competing shows competing against each other? And he was like, no, they're keeping it and they're giving it to somebody, and I don't agree with who they're giving it to, but I'm trying to not let that bug me.
It's Brie.
I wish. Oh my God. It's already sold out.
Do you see the cycle of madness though? Cut it. You need to cut it.
That would be hilarious if it was me.
Oh. No, you gotta stop talking to him.
Well, no. So I was like, I don't know what you want me to say about that. I don't know how to, I basically said, I was like, I don't know how to reply to that. I'm sorry. It's not your problem anymore.
He like, hey, okay, oh, good for you. It's nice to know. Now I want to talk. It's like, no.
Well, and then he was like, this is what he got mean. He was like, well, I guess you don't have to say anything since you deleted me from your phone and blah, 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 blah. This messaging you on here, I guess I don't see how that's any different.
It's more impersonal, but it's not, but you're just tricking yourself.
And I was like, I guess you don't want to talk anymore. Okay, bye.
So do you feel like it's too far to delete him from social media? Because you still want to
Actually, I deleted him.
Oh.
I didn't delete him from Facebook, but I did delete him from Instagram.
After this conversation?
After this conversation, I was like, oh, okay, I'm sorry you're mad at me for moving on with my life. You're the one that cheated on me, motherfucker. Like, what? You can't be mad at me. He's mad at me for moving on, but he's still dating the girl he cheated on me with. So it's like, what? It's not my business. So yeah, I deleted him from Instagram. We're still friends on Facebook because, like, I don't really check Facebook, so it doesn't really bother me.
I haven't been checking Facebook either, and honestly, we don't have a Keeping It Casual podcast Facebook
because neither of us check Facebook.
No, we were just like, I mean, I have the MJ page, and I have that, but
I have a Brianna Nicole page. page, and anytime I sign into Facebook, it's like, people haven't heard from Brianna Nicole in 30 days. And I'm like, yeah, I know.
Sorry, I'm on Instagram and Twitter late at night, so I'm watching my favorite shows.
Yes.
That's you catch me on
Wouldn't
Twitter.
it be funny if we like got into a show and we could live tweet the episode watch?
That would be fun.
You know what? We should all rewatch on Hulu Rock of Love.
Oh my gosh.
All 3 seasons are on Hulu. This is a foreshadowing to something.
Oh yes,
But
Rock of Love was great. Like, that was one of my favorite shows. Plus the ones they did them in Vegas, and I knew some of the girls that like from the clubs.
I was gonna say, because you knew Frenchie, right?
I wouldn't say I knew her,
But you've seen her.
Yes.
Did you know Heather?
definitely
Because
seen
she
her
used
around.
to dance out here.
No, but I've seen all the girls. It's like industry people, and you've seen them all, so it was really funny to watch them. And oh man, I don't know why, it was just like the greatest trash show to watch. Now I love like a show I would compare to that as like a Bachelor in Paradise. Now.
Yeah.
Like it's just good, like wild.
So we are giving everybody a TV challenge.
Ooh.
We're gonna let's watch what on Monday. We'll watch one episode or something and live tweet it.
Okay, Monday.
Monday, we're gonna watch the first episode of season 1 of Rock of Love.
Where can you get that?
Hulu. It's
Hulu.
all 3 seasons are on Hulu right now.
Did you already watch it?
No.
You haven't watched it yet?
No.
Okay, we're doing it. Rock of Love. Chris will watch that with me. That's when we first met. Like we used
fuck
to love watching
Well,
that
his
shit.
hairdresser was on the show.
Yes, his hairdresser too. This is so funny because she was like I got so drunk on the first episode I never made it back.
Oh shit.
She's a badass barber though. So
I love it. That is so good. Oh, so I made a moving on playlist.
Good.
Because of my ex.
We have a whole bunch of collaborative playlists.
Yes,
Just
I
get
made
in with it.
I
and
made a
we got it
collaborative
all.
moving on playlist, and I'm in a group on Facebook about dating, and I like posted I was like, my ex is mad at me because I'm trying to not be with him after he cheated on me. I was like, so I made a playlist. Let's add our songs.
What was that song you played for me in the truck on the way home?
Oh,
I
Weed,
haven't
Sex,
heard it
and TV?
forever. Okay, that was hot.
Yes.
That was a great.
Yes.
Who sings that?
Problemas.
Oh man, that was a sexy jam.
Yes.
It was fun. No, the other one, it was like old school hip hop, and it was like dirty as hell. What was it?
Give me a project chick. I don't know. I played a lot of ghetto ass music.
No, we were playing.
MJ let me take
I love
over
a DJ.
the.
She took over the Spotify.
And I played the hoodest fucking music.
We loved it. We got to. I mean, like it was probably like the last from when you fill up in like Baker or something. It was
From
like,
Baker to Vegas, it was just ratchet shit. I don't think you knew how ratchet I really was.
I did. You started like rapping something, and I was laughing. So I said, "You're just like my little soul sister."
I don't remember. There was so many, but we once Eminem was on though, we were because I'm just Marshall Mathers.
Oh my God, we were good. When I got a little bit older, then I realized he was a crazy one. Like, we were anyways, we're not gonna even.
They say I can't.
That should stay in the car. But when we got in LA, we went to, of course, we planned karaoke. We're like, we're a podcast and something fun we all love to do, karaoke. Like
Straight
that's
up.
I think that's just an environment of a fun ass bar. Like it's
Yeah.
always fun and ridiculous.
You got a karaoke. We we got really drunk before we got to the karaoke bar though, because we were drinking. Because
Pit
for
stop.
some reason, anytime MJ and I go to a bar together and we order tequila shots, they don't give us shots. They give us cups of tequila.
I know. I love how everybody else
Those
everywhere
were-
else does it.
Those were whiskey. Like when you went and got those shots, those were whiskey glasses.
That served like 4 people at the table. You're right. It was a full like whiskey glass of tequila.
So we
Warm
had-
tequila. Why can't it? I'm always chilled. Like always chilled. That
we
motherfucker.
we had 2 whiskey glasses of tequila, and
Ugh.
I tried to shoot it. I did. I tried to take that like a champ, and I got
just got the
probably
chills thinking
I got like 3/4 of the way into that, and I was like, oh, I can't shoot this anymore. And I went back to my gin and tonic.
Oh.
So we get super drunk, and then we get to the karaoke bar.
Oh yeah.
And we're in the valley, so anybody who's a big Clueless fan, we drove right past the Circus Liquor, and I was very excited.
Oh, that was hilarious. Where Elton left her.
Yes. I was like, Circus Liquor!
I would have never noticed that. That was cool. But Brie gets up and does fucking House of the Rising Sun. Like I was like, who are you? No, I just like was just in love with the choices.
Here's the thing. I was so drunk, though, that I had to lean on.
You were. I just looked like you were just like leaning on the piano. Wow.
I had to lean because I was so drunk I couldn't stand up straight.
But you killed it. Like Jim Morrison all backwards to the crowd. There is a house.
Don't you love her madly? Yeah, no, I straight up, I was like, I was so drunk I must have been in the 60s at that moment.
You know what's funny is I remember the first time I ever did karaoke, I fucking froze. I froze so hard. And like my friend had to get up and like take on the mic. But ever since that happened, I finally like got up there once. The next time I like planned.
You were like, here's a little story I got to tell
did.
about three bad brothers you know so well.
I was like, I'm not going to pick a song out of the book. I'm going to pick a fucking song I know. So if you want karaoke challenge.
Yes, karaoke challenge.
Like this week.
Tweet at us. What are your go-to karaoke songs?
Oh, that's one of our favorite, like, getting to know you
questions. I have a date tonight. That's what I should ask him.
Oh, my God. Wait. Yes. Please. Give me the date.
Okay, so I went on a coffee date this afternoon for my lunch. Yeah, I just
go back to that. Yes, please tell me.
Yeah, I went on a coffee date this afternoon for my lunch. I like to go on lunch coffee dates because there's a Starbucks right around the corner from work.
You just go meet some new people at lunch and chat.
Well, and not only that, like, if it's going bad, I could just use the excuse, like, oh, I gotta go back to work, bye. But this one went very well, and he sent me a text. He was like, I would like to see you again. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And he was like, you want to grab a drink tonight? And I was like, yeah, sure.
Oh, so this is a continued from the coffee date.
Yeah, he quite liked me, I guess.
I love this. Oh, it was like, wow.
Yeah.
Like the first time we did a little podcast project was one that I was doing, and Brie was she was going to be my dating, like on the app, like the do's and don'ts. And
I was
going
to be the dating, like go-to advice person.
Yes, this is why I love you. I mean, you're just like, fuck this. I just got a relationship. I think a lot of people get turned off apps and stuff. Our buddy that got his shit stolen.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not doing this anymore.
He's like, I'm done with it. But
you know what?
Really
the thing is like
a way to connect.
You know, I loved my ex-boyfriend. There's no denying that. Everybody knew that. I do believe he loved me in his way that he can love. But our breakup didn't make me stop believing in love.
Good.
That's the only way I can say that.
Yeah.
Because you know what? I talked to Michelle B the other night, and I was just telling her, like, I'm just not in a good place. Like, I can't figure it out. And she said to me, sometimes we forget about the magic in our own skin.
I saw that. Didn't you post that?
Yes. I posted a whole blog about everything she said, and she told me, you are still the same Brie who has that inner glow, who is on to bigger and better things, who is doing something big. You are still that person. She goes, Google Maps just took you on a slight detour. And she said, and that detour is building you to something bigger. And I was just like, wow, okay. And then she said, you know, and it's okay that you sit around sometimes and you're in bed and you're sad and you want to just binge watch stuff on Netflix. She said, that's fucking case. She's like,
it is.
She's like, you're still showing up. She said, you're still showing up. She said, you're recording your podcast. You're doing LA. You're going to LA. You're doing this. You're doing that. She's like, it's not like you've shut the entire world out.
You're going to work. You're handling your business.
Yeah.
And that's one of the hardest things is like to keep your mojo rolling while you're
heartbroken
and dealing with some real personal shit and still like remaining professional and
that's what she said. She said, you and your heart are putting in the work, so it's okay to take a break every now and then.
Hey, what's up? It's MJ.
And Bree.
Guess what? We're doing a Keeping It Casual swag giveaway.
The last Wednesday of every month.
And we're also getting you into the very first Keeping It Casual live this spring. All you have to do is go to iTunes, subscribe, rate, and review, or
follow us on Instagram. Also, put us into your Instagram stories and let us know that you're listening. That way you can be entered into some of our pop-up giveaways.
We look forward to hearing from you.
Woohoo!
Okay, so we got an advice email, and this one it was kind of long, but I got sucked into the story, and I was like, damn. But I want you to read it, okay?
Okay.
So,
all right. I've been in a long distance relationship for almost a year and recently made the move to a new city and a new home with my man. I'm having unexpected ex-girlfriend drama already. So my man still works with his ex on a lot of creative projects, and he's made it clear it's totally platonic, which was fine until recently. He was uncomfortable having me come to one of their events because he says it's unprofessional to bring our significant others. I mean, I get that. Like, I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna side note this for a second, because there are times like working radio events, like you wouldn't have brought Chris because he would have been bored as hell.
Yeah, well, when there's time you're just busy and working and you're like, I don't want to. It's not about me. Maybe it's just like more low key.
Yeah, and she does not have a significant other at the moment. So I got this feeling this got me feeling a little shut out. I'd like to make new friends too, and figured she may be someone who I might want to be friendly with. No, you don't. Mm-hmm. You are trying to scope her out. It's okay.
Well, yeah. Okay.
It's okay. It's okay. Uh-huh. So I felt woman to woman, I could reach out to her and say, I'd love to come and support. Oh,
no! Wait, just didn't go through the boyfriend?
Oh, I felt woman to woman, I could reach out to her and said, I'd love to come and support. And also would really love to meet her, being that they work together so much. Well, this did not go over so well. Oh, fucking A.
I'm sorry to laugh. This is...
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm cringing. She sent my text to my man and said I was too intense for her. She said she doesn't need any new friends and she needs space from me now.
So she needs space. That bitch.
It was immediately clear to me, but maybe my man has moved on and she hasn't. But it didn't matter because my man was pissed. And I kind of went in his phone to get her number. Oh, shit. And I read some of the texts and realized she may be more into it, which is why I sent the message. I got suspicious. I snooped. And now, even though my suspicions were right, I'm the ass. Oh, shit. I screwed up.
I can't stop laughing because when I was reading this before, I was like, oh, my God, Brie, I want you to read this. And please go.
I screwed up. My man says he can't trust me for going into his phone. So now I'm torn on how to deal with this. He did say, reading your text, I heard your intention trying to make friends, but the way you did it really broke my trust. I know I was wrong, but I got insecure, and for good reason. Now I'm not sure how to mend this. Since you two feel like my only friends out here, please give it to me straight. How do I fix it?
Okay, that's what I love at the end. This is a little New City crazy.
All right, so don't fucking snoop through your man's phone.
No.
Like
nothing good will come of it.
Can say I snooped through a lot of social media stuff that was made public that made me realize that my man was cheating on me, but I never went into his phone.
And it's so funny because I was talking to a friend about this one earlier, and she said, I've snooped before. She goes, honestly, and it made me feel like hell because then I found out some shit, but I couldn't tell because because
you're the one snooping.
And she was like, there was just never the right time to bring it up. I brought it up in a fight. It was and I felt awful. She goes, so I never snooped again. Like,
yeah.
I guess I've never felt like compelled. I don't know, like felt compelled to snoop. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's a habit or it's just like something people will do. But I feel like it will reveal itself in its own way besides breaking somebody's boundaries and trust.
First off, your man needs to password protect his phone because how the fuck do you get into it?
I don't have a protector password on my phone.
You don't. I do. My phone, like, you have to use a thumbprint to get into it. Yeah.
I probably should, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't have anything. I don't care.
Yeah, your kids can get into it. Okay, so I don't know how you can make amends. I really don't.
Yeah, but she just moved out there.
You did, yeah.
And this is like a new city, and he's working with an ex-girlfriend, and
I understand the mild paranoia, but okay, here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to give a shout out to Christina from Guys We Fucked.
Okay. All right.
She has a whole stand-up bit. I'm going to post a link to it on our website. And then
post it in the show notes, yeah.
Yeah, I'll put it in the show notes and everything. Yeah. She has a whole bit because her ex-boyfriend, who she dated for 7 years, his ex-girlfriend, who he dated 2 weeks before, and then they broke up, and then 2 weeks later they got together, was a famous porn star named Stoya.
Oh.
So, talk about feeling femasculated, because not only was her ex-boyfriend trying to get over his girlfriend, but he was falling in love with her at the same time.
Oh, wow.
And so he would tell her yeah, Stoya used to take my hand and slide it up her skirt to let her know how wet I was, or how wet I made her, and just stuff like that.
Okay, man, you should never do that. Okay,
so
that's fucking rude.
I think that depends on the girlfriend.
I guess, but if you're doing it in a way to make them jealous.
No, I don't think he was doing it in a way to make her jealous. No, because when they started their friendship, he was in this relationship, and she was like, "You're dating a porn star? Tell me everything. Tell me all about your sex life." So that there was that transition.
Oh.
So I mean, and not only that, like with my ex-boyfriend, I was like we would tell each other like really dirty sex stories of stuff that we had done, and I liked it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I wasn't getting the context.
Yeah. So he would just tell her these type of things. But now, when you're following up a porn star and she's beautiful, Stoya is gorgeous, and she lives in New York. So she tells the story of like how she had built this woman up in her head to be this monster, this bully, and then she met her and realized that she was just piling on the garbage of women against women.
I know.
So like, don't be a garbage woman to each other. Now, certain things I will say about certain women who are adjacent to my life, and I will talk shit about them, but that's because they are homewreckers. But other than that, I mean, your man seems like he's over the ex. You're the one that's not over her.
Exactly. I feel like when she's there, like, she's the only one. It's just her and her man, and he's like out with the ex. Yeah. Working a lot together. Yeah. She's not invited. She just thinks this girl would be cool with her, and she's kind of just like, I'm not trying to be in your friendship like that, which she has every right to be. It's not that weird, but it's also it's all kind of uncomfortable.
I would honestly, if I were in a relationship,
and I'm so sorry for laughing.
I am too. I'm sorry for laughing too. If I were in a relationship and my boyfriend's ex-girlfriend reached out, I don't know. I have to put this in context
of the ex-girlfriend.
You know what? Actually, if my ex-boyfriend's current fling reached out to me, and she was like, "Hey, look, want to be friends?" I'd be like, "Bitch, get the fuck away from me." So I understand the ex-girlfriend's like, I don't really want to be your friend. So you're new to a town.
You're right.
You're new to a town.
You're putting a lot on your man already. So I think it's important to kind of find your own community.
You need to find a group of girlfriends.
Like for me, what I would do, I love to go like take classes, take yoga, take dance, take something.
Bumble has a thing now that Lauren from Weird Teas told us that you could do Bumble friendship, and you can try and find friends.
Do some meetups. Bree's hooking it up every day at coffee, and now she got a late night date night. Whatever. From a day date to night date.
Yes, day to night.
Day. Oh, I love it. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm just taken aback by that. But, well, I don't know, something about it just kind of got me like
a little giggly. I feel bad for you. I really do, and I don't mean that in
just
like
a fuck
pity
it up
way.
And realizing like shit, this is weird. Because
you know what?
She's kind of in the right if she feels like there's something going on.
I don't think there's anything going on.
Well, she said from the text it was.
Yeah, but she didn't go into details. Yeah, and we can read into stuff the way we want it to.
It's true. It's all out of context. Like, snooping, you'll never get the full story.
No, snooping, you'll never get the full story.
You're getting clues, and you're putting together your own clues, and you know what happens.
Yeah.
People go to prison.
Seriously, we've all been there. We've all had these crazy moments where it's like
the urges and then the rabbit holes.
Yeah, you fall down the rabbit holes and you're like, well, he must be cheating on me because he liked his mom's picture 2 years ago. Like, and I know that's not what you're doing, but at the same time, like, what was the context of these texts? You didn't tell us.
Yeah.
I don't know the context, so I'm gonna assume that like it probably, if it was that bad, you would have fought with him. If it was something that made your suspicions run that high, you would have addressed it with him, not been like, hey, let's be friends to the ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, this might be a lot of things we just make up in our head and run with it, and you spin out. You don't have your support system. Your girlfriend's out there. If we're your only friends right now.
You and you need to watch this stand-up bit on what Christina Hutchinson did when it came to Stoya, because she said she just felt like this woman, this ex-girlfriend, was on every fucking street corner. And she was staring her down. And so what she did is she took the insecurities that she had against this ex and scooped them up and buried them deep down. And don't try to one-up the ex-girlfriend either.
Well,
it's getting very windy.
It is getting windy. The fire's dancing and everything. We're gonna.
I think we gotta go.
Bree's got a date. Yeah, nothing good can come from snooping.
No,
it really
don't
can't.
Snoop.
Resist the urges, and we're here for you anytime you want to send more. So keep us up.
dated.
We won't laugh. I'm sorry. I
want
just
you to make this relationship work.
Yeah, I honestly think, like, I don't know how to get your man's trust back. I would be pissed current looking through my phone without my permission.
Yeah, I would too.
I understand his anger.
But there's hope and forgiveness. This is a lot of new territory.
Honestly, he could have,
everybody fucks up. Everybody fights. Everybody does dumb shit. And there's breakable moments for everybody. So hopefully he's willing to forgive that.
Yeah, and you know what? The thing is like, it's a relationship. It was long distance. You guys are now learning how to live together, live in the same city.
But just find space for yourself. Don't be on top of him.
Don't
respect this.
Yeah, don't use him for all your happiness, because that will never. That's very toxic.
Yeah.
Find some friends.
Hobbies.
Find
do
some
stuff by yourself. It's okay. It's cool.
Yeah, take yourself out on dates.
Yeah,
it's one of my favorite things to do. Girl, wash your face and get your shit together, and don't snoop through your man's phone.
Yeah,
and don't rely on him for all your happiness. Go get some hobbies and make some friends.
I knew you'd set her straight, because I was just like, oh my god, kill me now.
Bye.
Girl, that was fun.
Another fun conversation with you.
Yes, if you have any feedback, email us feedback@keepingitcasualpodcast.com.
My Twitter is Breemixed, BREEMIXED.
And I'm at MJ Radio Diva, any social platform.
And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Keeping It Casual Podcast. You get to see live videos, silly little photos of us.
All the dumb photos that we talk about. Anything photo-wise we talk about in the episode, it'll be there.
We look forward to hearing from you.
We'll be back with more gossip about nothing and
everything. Bye.